ERDB Youth Podcast. Conversations with the youth on the environment and natural resources, brought to you by the Ecosystems Research and Development Bureau.
Hey everyone, it's John Garcia, ang resident host ng ERDB.
And I am 𝗙𝗵𝗲𝗯𝗲, your ERDB's current Youth Desk Officer, and this is the ERDB Youth Podcast, where we have conversations with the youth on the environment and the natural resources.
Kumusta ka naman, Kuya Abel? Hi!
Hi! So ito, actually medyo kinakabahan ako kasi pang ilang episodes na naman natin to, and of course, by the way, we have new set of guests for today. So medyo nakakaba and at the same time nakaka-excite.
Ako nga din, Kuya, excited na ako kasi interesting yung mga kasama natin today.
Yeah, narinig ko nga, oo. Okay, so for the past 2 weeks, we have met incredible individuals and their inspiring stories leading the youth towards environmental consciousness.
And now for the third week of the Environment Month, we have prepared an episode featuring the creative minds we've met through ERDB's Youth Digital and Traditional Art Contests.
Yes, Jonah. So actually, noong 2020 and 2021, kasi we've launched art contest, you know, with the onset of pandemic, tapos we engaged the youth to create art pieces showcasing environmental concerns through traditional and digital art. And of course, today, alam mo, sabay excited na ako kasi makakasama natin mga naging contest winners.
Mga bigatin to.
Yeah.
Sobrang excited ako kasi bilang taong wala masyadong, alam sa art. Pero sobrang in awe whenever I get a chance to meet artistic minds, creative minds na talaga ang galing mag-execute na napuput into something tangible yung mga nasa isip nila. Kaya naman, sobrang magugustuhan ng mga listeners natin. So, to our listeners, welcome to the ERDB Youth Podcast, Episode 3, Awakening the Country's Environmental Consciousness through Art.
Narinig mo na ba ang ERDB?
ERDB?
Yes, ERDB.
Okay.
Ang Ecosystems Research and Development Bureau o ERDB ang main research arm ng DNR na naglalayong bumuo ng mga programa at proyekto para protektahan ang kalikasan through research and development with matching extension services.
Wow, talaga?
That's right! At madami ang ERDB nito.
Saan?
ERDB serves nationwide. Through its research centers, ERDB implements programs and activities that focus on the betterment of the 5 major ecosystems of the Philippines: forests, uplands, grasslands and degraded areas, coastal zone and freshwater, and urban areas and its communities.
May ganun pala. Ang cool!
Ang mensaheng ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Technology Transfer Division ng ERDB.
ERDB, Innovating for Sustainable Ecosystems. Want to know more about ERDB? Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/ERDB.gov.ph.
So, our first guest for today won second place in the 2020 poster making contest of ERDB and is currently 4th-year architecture student at the Cebu Institute of Technology University, zooming all the way from Talisay City, Cebu. Let's say hi to Kenneth Alebio.
Hi, Kenneth!
Hi, Kenneth!
Hi, ma'am, sir.
Uy, grabe ka naman maka-ma'am, sir. Kuya ate
Patanda
na
mo kami.
Kuya ate pala.
Pwede din Jonah na lang, Abel, ganyan.
Yeah. I'm comfortable with that. Okay?
Thanks.
Sige. Okay, so our next guest naman is a grand winner of the 2021 Digital Art Contest and is now a grade 12 HUM student from Arellano University, Juan Sumulong Campus in Sampaloc, Manila. Ka-zoom natin today from Quezon City, we're so happy to have Emelou and Pacimos.
Hi,
Hello po.
Emil!
Good afternoon po, Jonah and Kuya Abel. Ay, Aaron.
Grabe, Kuya,
Hello
yung
po.
mga guests natin mula Sampaloc, Manila, tsaka Cebu pa. Wow!
Right. Galing no, layo na nila. Layo man ako nating guest na yan. Okay.
Nakakatuwa kasi, di ba, ang layo pala ng reach ng mga activities natin dito sa ERDB.
Yes. Alam mo, to be honest, nung conduct tayo ng online contest nito mga nakakataon, ang inisip ko lang marireach lang natin is NCR, Calabarzon. But look, we have our guests from Cebu, tapos meron din tayong participants from Mindanao. So, talagang sobrang, nakaka-overjoyed na ganito yung lawak ng scope nung naging activity natin. So, ayun. Sobrang thankful
Sila
ako.
activity leader, for sure, sobrang, proud ka.
Oh yes, oo,
And
proud.
we
Oo.
extend that happiness dito sa ERDB. At saka balita ko, nung dalawang contest na yun, marami pang ibang sumali, di ba?
Alright, oo, sobrang dami nila actually. So yung sa last year, 2021, actually umabot ng 60 participants.
Wow.
So, so talaga mag-double from 2020, no? Nagulat ako kasi in-expect ko, siguro baka mga 30s lang to 40s, but talaga nag-balloon into 60. So, yung, talaga, yung, alam mo yung bigat ng dami, yung na volume. So, ayun. Medyo na-stress din ako kasi ang dami na. Pero, at the same time, yeah, I'm happy.
That goes to show na people are interested, the youth are interested to take part in activities like this, no? Na converting or putting their creative minds into good use to promote the environment. So, ayun. So, I think we're ready for the podcast.
Okay, so as you guys already know, in 2020 we did the traditional art contest, and in 2021 naman we went into digital. Okay, so how did you learn about the contest? What was your motivation for joining? Let's start with Kenneth.
It was through my friend, no, yung senior high school classmate ko kasi, he sent me the link of the contest. Kasi alam din niya na sumasali talaga ako sa mga art contest. Nagbibiro pa nga siya na kapag nanalo daw ako, dapat may porsyento din siya sa mapapanalo ng prize. Ako naman sa pag-aakala na wala talaga akong pag-asang manalo doon kasi nga buong Pilipinas ang kasali, nagbiro din ako na sabi ko, sige kahit sa'yo na yung lahat ng mapapanalo kasi wala talaga akong and later ko na-realize na ang taas pala ng tiwala niya sa akin kasi iniisip na niya yung persentong makukuha niya pag nanalo ako. But aside from that, no, I was really doubtful if I will be able to create an artwork during that time. The fact that my lolo recently passed away days before the contest was announced, and it was very sad for me because to all you know, I am very close to him. And it comes to my artwork, I do really put my emotion. It's, good thing na lang talaga na my parents and friends encourage me. Kasi sayang din yung opportunity At saka, yung day na in-announce yung mga winners, sa pagka-alala ko ay nanggaling pa kami doon sa sementeryo kasi I think it was the last day of my grandfather's rosary. Kaya nga, nung nanalo ako, talagang dinedicate ko sa aking pumanaw na lolo. And by the way, my lolo was a great artist also. And I think yun lang talaga ang isang nagmo-motivate sa akin na sumali sa contest. And to be honest, it was not my first contest na dapat ko sanang sasalihan eh. Marami na din kasi yung mga friends ko, nagsisend na din sila ng mga link na sumali daw ako, pero nagdi-decline ako kasi nga I'm not totally 100% emotional ready. But talagang yun na lang talaga yung inisip ko, sayang din yung opportunity, kaya sumali din ako at sa awa naman ng Diyos, nanalo naman ng second place. Yun.
So, isang malaking hug muna kay Kenneth.
Oh, yes.
We're very sorry to hear about the passing of your grandfather. He seemed to be a really great guy. And wala lang, parang lumalabas ngayon na nakakausap ka namin na sobrang ang ganda siguro ng pinagsamahan nyo. And we are very blessed na na-share mo siya dito sa episode natin. So thank you, Kenneth.
Thank you, Kenneth. Okay, so this time, let us hear it from Emelou. Okay?
So, ayun po. Very motivating po, Sir Kenneth. So, nalaman ko po yung about doon sa contest ng ERDB last year. Kasi po, may nag-send po na teacher doon sa group chat namin sa senior high school class president. So, nag-back rin ako doon for announcement. And ayun, so nakita ko. And then, the link that was sent leads to a post. And then, the post is yung ERDB announcement nga about po doon sa contest. And so ayun, nakita ko, wow, 20K. So, and then tapos po yung motivation ko for joining kasi po, nag-iisip ako that time kasi nag-iisip ako that time kung paano ako maka-earn ng pera kasi 'di ba nakahiya din naman, tumatanda na ako and then umaasa pa rin ako sa parents ko. So I think that is a great motivation for me to really join the contest and to put my effort to it. And syempre kasi hindi lang naman yun, I'm being honest here ha, hindi lang yung motivation ko, hindi lang syempre kasi nakita ko yung kung saan ba about yung contest, and honestly I'm very intrigued kasi that is the first time, that is honestly the first time that I've heard about biotechnology, and that is something that is new to me, and I want to chase new things in life and that is very interesting. So nag-in na talaga ako kaagad. In-invite ko yung ibang classmates ko na sumali din, but unfortunately ako lang yung sumali, but it was a fun experience nonetheless.
Sobrang cool. Sobrang cool, Kuya Abel. Kasi narinig natin yung paano nila nalaman yung itong contest natin. Laging sinishare ng friend. Kasi kilala sila or alam ng mga friends sila, may trust yung mga friends nila na talagang magaling tong mga taong to at kayang manalo ng mga prizes. And it's so nice then to learn about their motivation na napuput natin yung story ni Kenneth. It's an example of how we put our sorrows, our pains into something beautiful. And sobrang inspiring ng kwento ni Kenneth. And yung kay Emil naman, the motivation was to help, to learn a lot more new things. And sobrang cool na nagiging avenue yung art, yung passion nila and talent nila in art para mag-branch out pa sila as person, mas mag-flourish pa sila as individuals. And that's so nice.
Alam mo, I agree with that kasi alam mo nung sumali sila sa contest, hindi alam mo, sobra akong na-touch ako na meron pala silang kanya-kanya pinagdadaanan. And despite of those things, talagang they rose to the top. Akalain mo. So yung si Kenneth, alam mo, sobrang bigat na emotion niya during that time na sumali siya. And then, hindi mo akalain na, bigla siya magiging second place. Tapos, despite of the fact na, ayun nga, buong Pilipinas yung kalaban niya. And the same thing, of course, with Emil, na parang, nakita lang yung link, gano'n. Tapos, nag-join lang siya, nag-try lang siya. Tapos, literal, walang alam si Emil about biotechnology. And then, here he is, talaga nag-exert siya ng effort, inalam niya what is biotechnology. And then, talagang, in-interpret niya yung nalalaman niya about biotechnology into art. And then, here he is, nanalo siya. So, parang sobrang nakakatuwa na malaman na may mga ganong klaseng tao, no?
Alam mo, gusto ko rin i-acknowledge yung lahat ng sumali. Kasi kahit di sila nanalo, they were able to join and create pieces from scratch, di ba?
Beyond that, to be honest, sobrang stiff talaga ng competition, no? Kasi sobrang dami talaga nung magagandang art na sinubmit sa atin. Ayun.
Let's tell you about the landslides and severe flooding that has killed over 90 people in Brazil.
Huwebes noong nakaraang linggo pa nang magsimulang masunog ang bahagi ng kabundukan sa Barangay Ambassador sa Tublay, Benguet.
That an average person is losing around 2.2 years of life expectancy due to air pollution.
One of India's most sacred rivers filled with toxic foam.
Mabilis na umabot hanggang bewang ang baha sa ilang kalsada sa Parañaque City.
The volume of Greenland's ice sheet is growing smaller nearly every year.
Jakarta, the capital of Indonesia, is sinking.
Isipin mo, kung araw-araw, ikaw, ako, tayo, makakarinig ng ganyang balita, kakayanin mo bang makarinig pa ng mas malala pa rito? Hindi pa huli ang lahat. Maging mulat na tayo. Huwag magbulag-bulagan. Kilos na!
Ang mensaheng ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Technology Transfer Division ng ERDB.
Want to know more about ERDB? Follow us on Facebook. facebook.com/ERDB-GovPH.
So this time naman, we want to know what was on your mind. Yung kay Kenneth na medyo nabigyan na tayo ng glimpse. What was on your mind when you were working on your entries? Kasi nakita namin it's very moving and sobrang maganda talaga. Meron ba kayong advocacy na very close to your heart during that time? Sige, let's start with Kenneth.
So, as what I remember, no, during that time, marami talagang tumatakbo sa isip ko while doing my entry. And also, nagagawa ko lang talaga yung entry ko during my vacant time kasi marami ding school works na at deadlines na hinahabol. Kasi nga, nagka-pending na talaga yung mga dapat kong gawin at that time because I was out for a while dahil nga ang buong pamilya ko ay nagduluksa pa sa pagkamatay ng lolo ko. So emotionally, again, I was not really 100%, but what I did is that I didn't let my emotion hinder my artwork. Instead, ginamit ko yung emotion ko na yun doon sa kung anong emotion na gusto kong i-emphasize sa artwork ko. My artwork basically shows the agony and pain of a woman who symbolizes the Virgin Paris. So talagang yun lang ang iniisip ko during that time, and I was still doubtful na if mananalo ba ako, but I did really hope to win and at the same time to share a message with the use of my artwork. But above all those things, I just really wanted my grandfather to be proud. Yun lang po.
I'm sure, Kenneth, he is very proud from wherever he is right now.
Actually, I can imagine him smiling already.
Right.
Accomplishment, di ba? Ayan.
Yung kay Emil naman, anong kwento mo nung ginagawa mo yung entry mo?
Ako po, wala po talagang interesting na kwento behind the...
Grabe ka naman, for sure meron.
Nagustuhan niya ng mga judge yung gawa mo eh.
Oo. Nakakatasyawan po kung ganun. Pero po, ako gusto ko lang po na ang main advocacy ko lang po sa sarili ko lang is ma-improve yung talent ko na makapag and also to, di ba, to evoke a feeling to the youth, especially to share my talent to other people na makita nila and ma-inspire sila na gumawa din ng art or maging interested sa environment, caring for the environment, or both. That is was really nice to have in mind habang ginagawa ko yung artwork na yon. And also there are a lot of inspirations, especially, di ba, my family and to all the artists talaga. And nakita ko yung gawa ni Sir Kenneth kasi nagbrowse talaga ako sa photos na in-upload ng ERDB noon, and nakita ko yung art ni Sir Kenneth, natatandaan ko pa talaga and kung gaano kaganda yung gradients niya doon. So ayun, to all the artists na din, dinedicate na din siya to all the artists na-inspire talaga ako sa kanila. So ayun po.
Ang cool naman. So medyo nag-cross ang landas nila, no? Kahit digitally. Kasi nakita na din pala ni Emil yung kay Kenneth. Ay, ganda daw ng grades mo. May masasabi ka ba doon, Kenneth?
Maraming salamat.
Ma, di ba June ang Environment Month?
Tama anak, bakit?
Kasi ang dami ng problema sa kapaligiran ngayon. Gusto ko sana makatulong. Ikaw ma, paano ka ba tumutulong?
Anak, 3 paraan ang ginagawa ko. Refuse, volunteer, at educate. Bukod sa reduce, reuse, at recycle, hindi ako bumibili ng mga bagay na hindi natin kailangan. So, refuse. Nagvo-volunteer din si Mommy sa mga cleanup drive o kung ano mang mga activities tungkol sa environmental protection and conservation. Di ba nakikita mo yung pinopost ni Mommy sa Facebook? At ang huli, ibinabahagi ko din ang aking kaalaman sa mga kaibigan ko, katrabaho, at kapamilya. Katulad ng ginagawa ko sa iyo ngayon. Siyempre, pinapalawak din ni Mommy ang aking kaalaman sa pagbabasa at panonood ng mga balita tungkol sa kalikasan.
Yun lang pala kasimple yan, no?
Oo, anak. Kaya ikaw, simulan mo na, ha?
Tandaan, prevention is better than cure. Ang mga simpleng paraang ito ay malaki ang maitutulong sa ating inang kalikasan. Malusog na kalikasan, malusog na mamamayan. Ang mensaheng ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Technology Transfer Division ng ERDB.
Want to know more about ERDB? Follow us on Facebook. facebook.com/ERDB.gov.ph.
So, feeling ko, alam mo yung mga sinasabi, mga naririnig ko right now, to evoke a feeling, to send a message. That's what's interesting right now. Kasi people our age are very much anchored by advocacies these days. We are driven by our passion, diba? Be it about the environment, or art, or mental health, or anything that we are very passionate about. Kasi we think that having an advocacy is the first step towards starting a collective action. Alam mo yun, pag passionate ka kasi parang, and you feel so strongly about it, mas natural yung pag-pursue mo nito. Mas tuloy-tuloy yung, parang ang sarap ng lahat ng ginagawa mo. Diba? Feeling ko ganun din yung mga artists natin, mga kasama ngayon, si Emil and si Kenneth. For sure, yes, may mga artists block and all, pero nasusurpass nila yun diba? Nagiging mas natural, nagka-come out siya naturally. So I think to everyone else listening to this episode right now, if you already have a strong desire about something, about a certain advocacy, sobrang wow, congratulations, good for you. Go get it. Go for it. Kasi masaya gamitin yung fire na yun para mas mag-pursue ng isang bagay. And para sa mga kasama natin na wala pang naiisip or hindi pa nila alam kung meron pa silang advokasya, maybe this is the sign you're waiting for. Ito na yun, girl. Ito na yung sign na, alam mo, ang key lang dyan, hanapin mo yung something na kapag pinag-usapan mo, parang nagsaspark lahat. Parang lumilinaw yung mata mo, parang biglang na-excite ka. Ikaw ba, Kuya Abel? May ganun ka ba?
Oo naman. Of course.
Kwentuhan mo naman kami ng advocacy mo.
Okay. So, by the way, advocacy ko kasi is, hindi naman environment related, but of course, as part of the young professional, so still I believe I am still part of the youth. Actually, one of my advocacy is giving hope to the unwanted. Actually, I'm referring more to the stray cats and dogs, kasi alam mo kapag nakita ko ng cats tsaka dogs sa labas na yung iniwan lang talaga, so hindi ko matiis na hindi ko sila kukunin. So actually, hindi ko naman bilang kung ilan yung cats na na-rescue. Honest, oo. So nag-start lang ako noong 2017. So meron lang po sana umakyat. Kasi nasa 3rd floor ako. So inisip ko, baka wala tong Kasi nag-stay na talaga siya sa akin Tapos yun, pag nakita na ako sa labas, kinukuha ko. And then, inaalagaan ko sila. Talagang bumibili ako ng vitamins. Tapos binibilan ko sila ng different types of foods like wet food, cat food, yung mga commercialized foods. And as much as possible, I have to ensure that they are safe and that they are healthy. So kapag nagkasakit sila is dinadala ko sila sa vet, pinapagamot ko sila. So naglalaan talaga ako ng konting cash for them. And talagang nag-aaral ako kung ano yung mga dapat na ibigay pa sa kanila, mga ganun. So although with that small action, I believe na I am able to create change. Although hindi naman sobrang lawak, but I am convinced na kahit small lang yung act na nagawa ko, I believe it could create a lasting impression with others. So ayun.
Ang cool. Hindi ko na-imagine na cat person ka pala, Kuya.
Kasi cute talaga nila. Tapos, although, in psychology, cats are, are parang, tawag dito, parang kinakompare sila into introversion, tapos si dogs naman is into extroversion. But I just don't tend to agree with that 100%. Kasi yung mga pusa, talaga may may pagkamalambing, especially kapag malamig yung panahon, may mga bagyo. So, talaga mahilig sila mag-cuddle, ganun. Tapos sometimes, kapag nagzo-zoom ako, bigla na lang tatalon sa lap ko, kukulitin ako. Ayun. So,
ang cute. Ako naman, ang something that I am really passionate about, na nasabi din ng friends ko, na parang pag pinag-uusapan ko yun, talagang nakikita nila yung fire sa mata ko. Dalawang bagay lang. Dancing and women empowerment. So, ang daming avenues to empower women, and nagagamit ko din yung dance para gawin yun. So, that's for another episode na lang siguro.
Class, maraming kumakalat na fake news ngayon at hindi exempted dyan ang pinag-aaralan natin na environment-related issues. Kaya tayong lahat kailangang maging mapanuri.
Ano po, ma'am?
Simulan natin sa pag-follow o pag-subscribe sa mga verified social media accounts kagaya ng DENR at ERDB. Makakasiguro tayo dito na hindi fake news ang mga pinanonood at natututunan natin. Siyempre, hindi ito natatapos sa pagbabasa, pakikinig o panonood lamang. Kailangang makilahok tayo. Alamin natin ang mga programa sa ating kanya-kanyang mga komunidad at sumali tayo dito.
Ma'am, pwede rin po ba kaya kaming makipalitan ng mga ideas at mga nalalaman namin tungkol sa environmental issues at solusyon sa iba pong mga tao?
Pwede, Angie. Maganda nga yan para mas lumawak ang kaalaman ninyo. At syempre, simulan ninyo ito sa inyong mga kaibigan at sa inyong pamilya.
Madali lang pala.
Yes, kayang-kaya niyo yan. Mag-ingat tayo sa fake news.
Maging kritikal sa mga impormasyong nasa iyong harapan. Lamang ang may alam, ngunit mas lamang ang may ginagawa upang mapaunlad ang kalikasan at ang inang bayan. Ang mensaheng ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Technology Transfer Division ng ERDB.
Want to know more about ERDB? Follow us on Facebook. facebook.com/ERDB-GovPH.
Ang nakakatawa dito sa podcast natin right now is yung mga guests natin, yung ginagamit nilang art, marami din siyang nai-inspire na ibang tao. Kaya naman ito, sakto yung third question natin. Kasi ito na yung pang Mr. Universe question. So, as artist, how do you see art as a medium for inspiring your family or friends or even strangers to put forward your personal advocacies? Do you have anything you're working on these days ba? Meron ba kayong projects na ginagawa ngayon? Sige, let's start with Kenneth.
Well, for me, as an artist and as a student, I want to set an example. It is very important to use your talent and passion properly. Use it in a right way wherein nakakapag-inspire ka ng maraming tao and at the same time, nag-i-enjoy ka. As for me, I deeply desire to use my artwork as a source of encouragement, inspiration, and even awareness towards everybody. Kung dati ay hobby lang yun at for self-satisfaction lang yung pagdodrawing ko, ngayon mas nakahanap ako ng deeper purpose and meaning in regards to my talent and passion. The impact I might done is just a very little thing, but again, if everybody started to do the same, if everybody started to contribute even in the smallest possible way, it can actually have a very big difference. So nowadays, sumasali pa rin ako sa mga contest patungkol sa environment at iba pa. At saka tumatanggap din ako ng mga commissions like portraits and paintings. May mga kaibigan din ako at co-artists na nangihingi na rin ng tips and advice about art, So yun lang, talagang art is many things. It only depends on the artist kung paano niya ito gamitin at sana naman sa tamang paraan.
Tama, sa tamang paraan.
Yes. I was impressed about that, Jonah, kasi akalain mo si Kenneth, given his talent, talagang namamonetize na niya to. And I think that is not even bad. I think that is good kasi kahit pa paano is nagkakaroon siya ng source na para masuportahan niya yung mga needs niya ngayon as a student. Sobrang impressive talaga si Kenneth.
For sure, ganun din yung kay Emil, di ba? Na mamonetize na rin yung talent niya and interest niya sa art. Kwentuhan mo naman kami, Emil, about how do you see art as a medium to inspire your family and friends?
Kasi po when we look at art, di ba? Art is a way for artists to express themselves. And syempre kapag nakita ng ibang tao yung art mo, syempre na-inspire sila kung ano ba yung simpleng paglagay mo ng kulay doon, kung ano yung figures na nilagay mo, kung ano ba yung subject na nilagay mo sa art mo. It really sends a message to them and it really makes them feel something. And I would like to acknowledge Sir Kenneth, same kami ng ginagawa. And I think that's genius and entrepreneurial. And I think that has something to say with the kabataan nowadays na very resourceful na. Syempre, 'di ba, in the pandemic din naman, 'di ba? Because of the pandemic, syempre kailangan nating mas maging flexible and mas maging wais sa ano ba yung ginagawa natin to earn money to support our needs. And I think katulad nung sinabi ni Ate Jonah and Kuya Aaron kanina, 'di ba? Yung mga bagay na passionate sila. Halimbawa yung kay Kuya Aaron, kahit na kaya yung sinabi niya na kahit na maliit na bagay lang yung ginawa niya sa pag-save nung cat, it really makes a difference, lalo na maraming pusa yung tinapon sa lansangan this pandemic. Napanood ko sa isang documentary and it's very sad. But going back to the main topic, I think I can really inspire my friends and family to, I mean, using art, I can inspire them. Halimbawa na lang yung kapag nagpo-post ako ng new artwork sa Facebook ko, it has a lot of, not really a lot, but it has a decent amount of engagements and reactions, and nakikita ko din naman sa mga Facebook friends ko na nagsisimula din silang mag-try ng art, digital art, drawing, ganyan. And I think that's very nice, and ayun po. And to answer the question na kung ano ba yung ginagawa ko ngayon, actually I am currently doing a novel.
Wow.
Opo. Passion project lang naman po, nothing serious, hindi ko naman balak i-publish. Pero the novel is about finding yourself, trusting about friends and family, and I think it has something to do with the environment then. To ano lang, very very short snippet lang. There is a fictional city in my novel, and they experimented on the environment, and then those experiments turned into monsters, and then they locked them away. And I think it sends a message that we should care for the environment, kasi we do not control the environment and nature controls us. So that's it.
Sobrang agree. Na-excite ako dun sa novel mo. Ay, parang gusto kong makahingi ng copy niyan. Bigyan mo ko ng copy or benta mo sa amin. Uy, pero gusto ko lang i-acknowledge na hindi lang ang paggamit ng art yung novel mo, kahit passion, sinabi mo kanina, passion project lang yun. Hindi, wag mo ilang. Not everyone can do that. And it's so nice to have met you guys, kasi ginagamit niyo yung talent nyo into something more, to create something more. So we just want to acknowledge na yung mga ginagawa nyo so far, be it a small thing or a grand thing, is already a big contribution for the environment. So sobrang thank you sa mga naging contributions nyo, Kenneth and Emil. Sana mas marami pa kayong ma-inspire, sana mas marami pa kayong magawang artwork. Sana yung novel, bigyan mo kami ng kopya. At saka
sa Facebook.
Ay, nice. At saka yung kay Kenneth, magpagawa ko ng portrait.
Okay, so Emil, by the way, regarding dun sa novel na ginagawa mo, don't be discouraged. Basta itry mo lang. Huwag mong i-acknowledge kung ano yung mga negative comment ng ibang tao regarding about your novel. By the way, alam mo ba, yung mga, ito lang kasi may din ako magbasa ng mga fictions. So, meron ako na-encounter ng mga authors na, alam mo yun, they faced a lot of rejection. For example, si J.K. Rowling, yung sumulat ng Harry Potter, alam mo ba, bago ma-publish yung book niya, talagang nakatanggap siya ng madaming rejection. And of course, the other author naman is yung nagsulat nung sikat na novel na 50 Shades of Grey. So actually, walang tumatanggap na novel niya. Lagi siyang reject. So, ang nangyari is, parang merong isang fan na nagsuggest sa kanya na, ba't hindi mo ito i-publish sa isang free platform? Tapos, ayun. So, kung sino lang mag-request, so, piniprint lang siya, tapos nakagawa siya ng benta. So, ayun. So, don't be discouraged about the negative words of other people. Basta, kumbaga, isipin mo lang sa sarili mo na parang ship. Ang ship, paano ba siya nagsisink? Di ba nagsisink lang yung ship kapag may nakapasok na tubig? So, the same thing with us. We should not allow negative words to penetrate us. Ayan. Okay? So,
para ako din na inspired sa sinabi ko. Before we end this podcast, meron lang akong gustong i-share kasi may nabasa ako sa website ng United Nations 𝗙𝗂𝗧𝗏 Learn. Yung parang may mga courses kasi doon. Tapos noong 2021 daw, merong isang children's art gallery sa Greece. And si 𝗙𝗵𝗃𝗃, hindi ko alam kung tama yun how I pronounce it. She led an art contest na ang mga participants ay children and youth around the world. And alam ba, ang mga na-receive nilang entries ay from 30 countries. At nung natanggap nila yung mga art pieces na yon, sobrang moving ng message. As in, mga bata ito, mga kids age 2, 3, 5, alam mo yun? And sobrang ganda, sobrang moving ng art nila. And ang underlying theme ng mga nakita nila is a strong message that the time to act is now. Kasi tama yung sinabi ni Emil kanina. It is not us who's controlling the environment. We depend a lot on the environment. Kaya sobrang it's a blessing to have this kind of talent para magamit natin to move other people, to inspire other people to create change. So yun. So ayun. Sobrang interesting ng podcast natin today, Kuya.
I agree. To be honest, Jonah, I can't help but to feel inspired and grateful for the statements of our guest. Akalain mo, because of the online activities that our program has conducted, ito pala yung magiging effect. So talaga namang nandun yung proof na as a youth ay talagang meron tayong pwedeng ma-accomplish for the environment and to make it better compared to what it was before.
Agree ako sa'yo, Kuya. Actually, ang mga tao talaga ay may innate creativity. Diba? We can build something beautiful from the scratch. So, at yun, magandang nagagamit natin siya to inspire change. And so, there you have it, guys. Ang reminder lang natin ay, sa lahat ng listeners ay, let's always be vigilant and critical about the information we consume both online and offline. So, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We hope you enjoyed as much as we did.
And we'll see you on our 4th episode entitled Youth Shaping the Future of Our Nature.
That's on Friday, same time dito ulit sa ERDB Youth Podcast. You can also find this podcast on our Facebook page, ERDB Facebook page, and our YouTube channel. Bye! Maraming salamat, Kenneth, Emil! Thank you!
Thank you, Kenneth and Emil.
ERDB Youth Podcast. Conversations with the youth on the environment and natural resources, brought to you by the Ecosystems Research and Development Bureau.